a mother, nutrition coach, personal trainer, and whole foods advocate. Let's all welcome Michaella Recto.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Michaela.
Hi.
I'm so
Nice to see you,
happy to
everyone. Good
have you.
afternoon. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, I would love to know, let's talk about something very special in our hearts, which is food. But
Yes,
healthy eating is a very important topic for us. Now,
true.
how do we get started with that?
Well, there's there's a spectrum, broad spectrum, when it comes to diets, or as people call it, different kinds of diets, whether it's keto or paleo or vegan or vegetarian. Everyone has an opinion, and I'm not here to break the internet on which is better. Everything has something good to contribute when it's regarding to your health. For the current climate, the topic that I wanted to tackle is definitely our immune system. And uh, at the moment, we are here in the middle of a very interesting time in the world, and our immune system is our first line of defense. But that also means it depends on what we eat, what we put in our body, for us to have a strong immune system or a weak one. Um,
Mhm.
I've always, heard either, when I would take my nutrition courses, either foods will either heal you or destroy you. It's one or the other. And there's everyone has different opinions about, it's just the calorie intake or this. And that's where, as somebody who has been studying food and nutrition, it is definitely about nutrient dense food. Nutrient dense food is where you get most of what your body needs to operate at optimum level. uh, Foods that are empty, they don't contribute to your immune system. In fact, they take away, because what happens is your liver has to break down all these toxic ingredients that don't belong in your body, rather than helping your body um, focus on healing itself and using the good nutrition to make you have to have sharper mind to
Mhm.
fight off diseases. And whether it's, at the moment we're dealing with coronavirus, but if it's just even a cold or whatever it is, there are so many different um, things out there. There are viruses and bacteria that are always trying to enter our bodies and make us sick. And as a
Yeah.
mom, I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I never tell her, don't eat that because it's going to make you fat or it's going to make you this. It's not about that. If you eat this food, what's going to happen is your skin is going to become dry. Your hair is going to become brittle. Your immune system is going to go down. You go to school, and if someone coughs on you and your immune system is down, you're going to get that cold or that cough.
Mhm.
And staples, personally, staples in my everyday, I take this every day without fail. I take ginger, purely juiced ginger, with some calamansi, whether it's hot or cold or in a tea. I
Would you add turmeric as well with it?
Yes, yes. But here's the thing. So sometimes people will take turmeric, but they,
Mhm.
they, they forget that there's an activator. Turmeric alone is good, but the activator for turmeric is black pepper. So if you need to take it together to be able to get the full benefit of turmeric. And ginger, the activator for ginger is lemon. So if you taking things alone, are there's good in it, but
Mhm.
you find the activators for these things to make it even more potent and more beneficial to your body. The reason why there's one thing I will not uh, change my opinion on, and it is eating food that has. Let me just give a very good example: peanut butter. Peanut butter.
No,
Everybody loves peanut butter, right? But
I love peanut butter.
the problem is peanut butter is supposed to have one or two ingredients: peanuts, maybe a little
Mhm.
salt. That's it. But if you go to the leading brands out there, some of the peanut butter ingredients have 15 to 30 ingredients. How can peanut butter have 15 to 30 ingredients? And you can't even pronounce half of the things that are on the nutrition label. Why would you put something that you can't even pronounce into your body?
So we're talking
And
about the ones that the products that you find in the groceries in the shops that have some form of element that makes them last longer in shelf life, isn't it?
yes,
So
but yeah,
preservatives. Yeah.
preservatives. And
Okay. So yeah.
sure, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry. I would like to catch up on with what you mentioned earlier. You said dense food,
Nutrient dense, yes.
nutrient dense food. Could you give an example of it?
So, nutrient dense food, broccoli is very good. Um, we've got, I know there's, we have a lot of different opinions, but red meat is a nutrient dense food. It has your proteins, it has your amino acids, it has, grass fed beef, it has
Hmm.
a lot of things that your body needs, creatinine for your brain. For your body to operate at optimum level.
Okay.
Your liver relies on you to there there are 26 amino acids that your body needs to survive, to work.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
those essential amino acids can't find them, your body cannot produce them. So therefore you need to get them in food, whether it's vegetables. So greens are nutrient dense. There's chicken, eggs. Those are all nutrient dense foods. And when I shop at the grocery, I shop at the perimeter
Yes.
because that's where all the fresh stuff is. There's no
Yeah.
label on, there's no ingredients list on chicken. It's just chicken. There's no ingredients list on spinach. It's just
Mm-hmm.
spinach. On kangkong or bok choy, there's no like long list of ingredients. It is what it is.
So
And
the fresher, the better. So
absolutely,
it,
the fresher the
yeah.
better.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And if you can
Would.
find,
Mm,
flowers that aren't enriched, when people, it sounds so, it's misleading when people say it's enriched flowers, so they add all kinds of stuff to make it sound
okay.
better. It's actually, it's just preservatives, like, yet again. Yeah.
So what would your top five superfoods be for you?
Who? That's a good question. Definitely, I would definitely say greens, an assortment of greens. There's not one particular one because your body needs all of it. You've got your broccoli, you've got your spinach, you've got your romaine lettuce, you've got your cucumber, chilies. Like, the red chilies. Red
Oh,
chilies have more
yeah.
vitamin C than an orange. One red chili has more vitamin C than an orange. And so these are things that,
Wow.
yeah. So we and it's a fat burner as well, a natural fat burner. It's
Okay.
amazing.
I'm gonna start eating spice. I mean chili. All
And
right.
we've got, yeah. So I would say ginger juice, purely juiced ginger. I have flax meal at least, 3 times a
Mm-hmm.
week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and chia seeds are very good. Eggs are fantastic source of nutrition. One
Yeah.
egg is jam packed with a lot of all sorts of nutrition. And I do eat red meat. I do eat, yeah, chicken, pork. I have the whole spectrum of food, but they're
So
all
for
real food.
Filipino, yeah, for Filipino food, then I figure thinking about what you mentioned earlier, it seems like tinola would be a really good dish because there's malunggay,
Fantastic.
which has,
Yep.
yeah, there's patola, and then
Mm-hmm.
papaya. I mean, and then there's chicken, and of course, so there are a lot of, it's like filled with a lot of vitamins and
Yes.
minerals.
A lot
So,
of those vitamins also like are cancer fighting foods. So you know that
mhm.
kangkong has fights both prostate and breast cancer. It has ingredients that can, which is amazing, and it grows so cheap here in the Philippines. You
Right.
know, I personally love kangkong. I don't know,
All right.
but yeah,
So I think where can we find like your list of diets and everything? We need to have one whole segment of this, and then so that everyone can find out, okay, what is good for me doesn't mean it's good for you, isn't it?
yeah.
So it's
So
like we have to,
it's different because you need to understand your body. Everybody,
yeah,
we're all different. We all inherit. We have different genes. We need to
right.
understand what diseases that are in our family that we need to counter regarding food.
Mm-hmm,
For example, let's just talk about the big cancer word, cancer.
mm-hmm,
My family is cancer, and cancer cells feed on sugar, especially corn syrup. Actually, all kinds of sugar more than anything.
right.
And
Mm-hmm,
so for me, as a person that needs to watch out for my health, I need to stay away from things that contain all these kinds of sugar syrups, high fructose corn syrup, corn syrup. Ketchup
mm-hmm.
has corn syrup. Why would ketchup have corn syrup? It's just tomato ketchup. It's just be tomatoes. You know what I mean? So these are the things that I make sure that my house doesn't have, uh, you know, horrible ingredients that are not going to be good for my daughter, for my family.
Right.
Yeah.
So we just have to be more conscious about it. So like
But
looking,
also, it's understanding your
mm,
body. You need to understand
right.
you. What are your
Okay.
weaknesses? What are your weak
Mm-hmm,
points? Do you tend to be obese? Do you tend to be
mm-hmm.
overweight? Do you tend to, do you have skin problems? Do you, you know what I mean? So it depends. There's no one fixed solution for everyone.
All right then. So my takeaway on this is understand our own bodies, and of course, have be familiar with our family, the background on it, and so we can just make sure that our diet is it can be healthy. So that's a good start for it. And then we
Yes.
can talk to Michaela again soon with more tips on this. And of course, thank you so much, Michaela,
Sure.
for
If you have any
helping us.
questions, let me know. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course that's how we can get started with healthy eating. And of course, for our next guest, thank you, Michaela.